While residents of Nsawam are yearning for the revival of the Ghana Railway service, they believe their local economy will bounce back once the trains start working again. That is the focus of the latest edition of the JoyNews tracker. It will come up later in the show. Do stay for that. Now, in 2020, more than 300 adolescent girls were impregnated in Ghana every day, with 13 teenage pregnancies recorded per hour. Majority of these girls, according to data from the Ghana Health Service, were domiciled in the Ashanti region. 2 years on, the region is still pegged as Ghana's leading hub of teenage pregnancies and teenage mothers. Love FM's Emmanuel Bright Kweku and Anita Sewa Azuga interacted with some teenage mothers to understand what exactly is leading to the rise in the numbers and what could be done to change the status quo.
With a promise from her 19-year-old boyfriend to tie the knot in the future, Rukia, as I choose to call her, bore a child with him.
My boyfriend promised to marry me when we were at school. My father cautioned me, but I never heed to his advice.
Unlike most teenage mothers, the 17-year-old is lucky to have her mother cater for her baby while she is away at school. Rukia is unperturbed by her present circumstances despite being mocked by her schoolmates. She is rather focused on actualizing her dream as an illustrious journalist.
My friends mock me. I feel bad whenever they do that. But I am now determined to be a journalist, so I can advise the younger ones.
Ekia, also a teenage mother, is due to deliver her baby in a month's time. Her unborn child becomes her second with her boyfriend, who is almost twice her age. The 16-year-old dropped out of school at primary 4 due to her mother's inability to cater for her and her siblings.
Because my mother didn't have money, I had to stop school.
Unlike Rukia, who tells me her pregnancy was from her obstinacy, Ekia says abject poverty pushed her to be with a man, hoping he would take good care of her. But Ekia is presently worse off, as a boyfriend who works as a painter is unable to cater for her and their offsprings.
I go to my boyfriend's sister when he tells me he doesn't have money.
The economic plight in major Ghanaian cities have forced many vibrant but destitute adolescent girls to sell off their bodies to men to earn a living. Data from the Ghana Health Service reveals about 17,802 teenagers in Ashanti region got pregnant in 2020 alone. The Asokore-Mampong municipality is a hub to many young parents. Nana Ajiman of the Asokore-Mampong Local Traditional Council explains some causes of the growing numbers of teenage parenthood in the area. Some adolescents are stubborn. No matter the amount of money you give them, they will still go after men. According to research, one's first sexual encounter is dependent on their level of education. The higher an adolescent's educational level, the less likely to engage in sexual intercourse at an early age. In Ghana, teenage mothers between the ages of 10 and 16 years are mostly school dropouts. Teenage mothers who begin their sexual escapades at an early age are therefore more likely to be primary school dropouts or uneducated. To help alleviate the worrying statistics, the Planned Parenthood Association of Ghana has over the years provided basic family planning support, maternal and child health care, and education for victims of early child parenting. John Owusu Mensah is a field officer.
We have raised a project in Ascorimampo municipality, which is known as End Child Marriage. What this project seeks to do is to eliminate or reduce child marriage and give information to people, because we identify that these are pregnant teens, parenting teens. We cannot leave them behind. We cannot leave them to their fate, because maybe we think they have gone beyond what we are expected of them to do. But here is the case: we cannot leave them. We have to also kind of assist them in their upkeeps and everything.
Lack of formal education and access to vocational training are a few of the attributable causes of a teenage mother's joblessness. As part of its mandates, PPAG provides some livelihood support to young girls and communities. The skills training is to set upcoming teenage girls on the rail to establishing their own businesses and not become victims of the menace.
The training would help me establish a business other than going after men. I can use proceeds from this to continue my education.
A root cause of teenage pregnancies and premature parenthood has been unemployment. But as more institutions set out to aid these younger generations with livelihood support, it could only be deemed as a step in the right direction. Emmanuel Bright Kweku and Anita Sewajo guest report for JoyNews.